Triathlon is such a test of yourself. For me, it's how can I put the best version of myself forward, and it's a constantly evolving process.
Tim is a tough guy. There's not many men who are as tough as him. He's very good at racing on the biggest level.
My greatest accomplishment was my runner-up finish at the 2019 Ironman World Championship. The first American to break 8 hours in Kona.
And here we go. It's 2021, the kickoff of the new season.
Early morning before the race, I just had this sinking feeling in my gut that something wasn't right.
2009 long distance world champion, Mr. Tim "T.O." O'Donnell.
Gun goes off and you get into that race mode.
Tim O'Donnell in the pink cap out in front.
Had an amazing swim, and so I was super excited. I'm in the front of the race, you know, one of the first guys getting on the bike.
T.O. in fourth, what a great swim.
I remember the exact moment when things started to go south. I was tucked in an arrow position, and I just had a shooting, kind of spreading pain across my chest, and then a shooting pain down my left arm, and my jaw started to lock up.
I do think Tim's in a bit of a rough patch right now.
I actually thought in my own head, am I having a heart attack right now? And then I looked down at my Garmin and saw my power was, 320 watts or whatever it was. And I thought, there's no way I'm having a heart attack and I'm riding this strong. So I said, I'll just back off a little bit and then I'll see how I feel. I started having trouble focusing. I actually dismounted the bike and got off early because I didn't really know where I was.
It was Timothy O'Donnell thinking that he's done. Hopefully he doesn't let it upset him too much and he can get refocused again.
Got back on my bike, finished the lap, and hit the run. Once you start dropping out of races, it gets in your head, and it makes it a lot easier to drop out in the future. So I just couldn't let that negativity get into my racing career, and I had to shut the door on it.
In 11th place, Tim O'Donnell.
50.5 miles.
Amazing. What a race.
After the race, I just continually felt worse and worse.
He actually just sent me a text and said, I'm really struggling. And for me, that was strange. He doesn't complain,
She told me to call our primary care doc, and he said, you need to take aspirin right now and go to the hospital. They brought in the big defib machine, and I think they were, ready for me to just flatline at some point. So that's the only point in the whole process where I honestly thought to myself, are you gonna die? But put that thought out of my head, and I said, that's not gonna happen, and we moved on.
It was early hours of the morning before he called me after the procedure and let me know that he did in fact have a heart attack, and there was a blockage of his LAD artery, which is commonly known as the widowmaker. That specific heart attack is very small survival rate, 11%.
Because of all the training I've done over the years, I've actually developed these little vessels that sprout off your arteries and help move blood around. The sport may have actually helped save my life in the long run.
I cannot wait to give Rinny and the kids hugs. It's going to change my perspective on life, that's for sure. It's a gift.
When I got home, I just wanted to stop. Just be with the family. But I've definitely taken a step back and been more engaged with everybody around me because it's more valuable to me now. I have met with so many doctors, trying to get as much information as I can as to whether or not I could continue my career.
If your family and friends and your headspace are right for it, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it with confidence.
Trying to get back to racing with the question in my head, is this going to kill me? That is probably the hardest part of the journey back. And it honestly takes time. For months, I didn't want to do anything by myself in case, something happened and I wanted somebody there.
I think there's always going to be a little fear in the back of my mind. Because all of his tests were 100% A-OK, then I'm okay with him continuing.
Honestly, I just don't know what my racing is going to be now. I'm a different person. I could be a different athlete. I'm just going to put myself out there and be happy with the journey.